So this video is all about the most common places of Leh which you can explore. What is the cost, what's the budget, and how many days can you explore. So the first and most common place is obviously the Nubra Valley. It's one of the most beautiful valleys of Leh, and it's almost 155 kilometers from Leh. And the best thing of this journey is you can obviously go by bike, you can rent a car, or you can take taxi. These are the multiple ways to reach. Drive on your own, or you can take a taxi from the Union. I will let you know the cost in the end of the video, or probably in the end. First thing I'll tell you about the whole journey. So to reach Nubra, it almost takes 3 to 4 days. If you want to explore the whole of Nubra, it almost takes 3 to 4 days. And if you just want to go to Nubra, the first place which you will be reaching is the Khardung La Pass, which is one of the most famous biking routes. If you are a biker, this is the pass which every biker wants to go for sure. And there was a movie as well once in Hindi, I guess. I'm not sure about the name, but yes. So Khardung La Pass is the first place that you will be exploring of Nubra Valley, and apart from that, there's another beautiful place called Khalsar, where you can rent the ATVs and explore the whole valley. You can actually ride the ATVs over the near the river flowing and all that. So it's really very beautiful. But if you want to explore the whole of Nubra Valley, then it will almost take 3 or 4 days. So I would suggest that you can either stay there or you can stay there and explore the whole Nubra Valley. And if you're going by bike then or on your own, then you need an inner line permit, and the cost is fixed, which is almost 420 rupees. And if you're taking a taxi, it's by the Union, and which is almost going to cost you approx 16 to 20,000 for depending on the number of days. Just check the taxi union for the cost, because the Ladakh has their own union and the cost is actually fixed. So that's the best way to actually even check if you're actually getting fooled by the local taxi people or not. So it's really interesting. We all have watched this movie called Three Idiots, and the only thing comes in my mind is, yes, I want to go to that same lake. I want to go to the same place where this whole thing happened. So the next place and the most common place is the Pangong Lake, which is nothing but the Three Idiots lake. During winters, most of the time, the lake is actually frozen. You can actually walk, you can run, you can do a lot of things on that lake because it's actually very frozen. But there's also an inner line permit for that, which is almost 420 rupees, either if you go by car or by bike. And if you're renting a taxi, check the Union. It's almost 15 to 18,000, a little cheaper when compared to Nubra Valley. But the distance is 165 kilometers. So I don't know why is it actually cheaper. That's the whole thing about Pangong. Another important thing to explore in Pangong Lake is the Three Idiots School. Yes, there is a Three Idiots School. Just like how the movies they show. The same exact school. So it's insane. Most of the schools or most of the tourist places have an entry ticket. Just check online if you want to actually check the exact cost. But if you ask me, Nubra and Pangong are like the most common places if you are planning for a 1 week trip at Ladakh. And apart from these two places, if you plan to visit to Kargil, then there are local buses. Especially during winters, the buses actually run, but the whole only issue is that you cannot come back on the same day. You need to actually wait there because the bus, if it starts today, then the return will be only tomorrow. So you need to figure out a stay at Kargil. But if you're coming during summer, then you just reach there in the morning and come back by evening. So it's really interesting. So that's it. So just make sure you check the updated cost on the Ladakh Taxi Union website, because the cost keeps changing. And if you're planning for an upcoming trip, just plan in advance, because if you're planning for a winter Ladakh, then it's damn cold. Most of the roads generally are closed. And if you're planning for a summer Ladakh, just make sure you have enough permit, you do a lot of things, and that's it about it. And I hope you guys just explore the whole Ladakh. And if this is just a short trip, and if you guys know any other places, like of course there are borders like China border, Pakistan border and all that, and fortunately I will not be going to all those places. So like you can see, because it's winter, most of the shops, most of the roads, everything is actually closed. So it's really sad, and that's the only drawback of coming in winter. But if you're coming in summer, you're gonna love this place, because Pangong and Nubra is like the best places I've ever seen in Ladakh or in my entire life as of now. It's damn beautiful. So I think this video is totally worth it. Or if you guys have already been to such places, and if you've come during winter, let me know your experience. And if you are planning, then stay tuned and just check the Ladakh website for the proper updates of the weather and everything. Thank you, and please subscribe.